Hello everyone, and welcome to my GH Soap Opera Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Emma receives a startling report on Anna after Willow uses deceit to get what she wants from Alexis. Today on General Hospital, Michael learns that Turner wants to interrogate him regarding Drew's shooting, and Britt finds out her medications are stolen. When Rick gets to Sonny's house, Sonny needs his brother to make sure Michael doesn't lose his children. Rick informs his brother that he cannot now change sides because he represented Willow at the first custody trial. All Sonny needs is for him to mediate a settlement between them. After what transpired at the custody court, Rick believes Michael won't give him the time of day and that Willow and Michael view each other as a threat to their children and probably won't make any concessions. Tracy, where have you been? Brooke, Lynn and Chase are talking in the Quartermain kitchen when Emma and Gio show there. Brooke Lynn is perplexed by their arrival and wonders how angry Tracy is. Tracy went to Drew's to pick up the family treasure, according to Gio and Emma, but they haven't heard from her since last night. Brooke Lynn becomes alarmed and demands that they locate Tracy after confirming that she is not at home. Knowing she's safe, everyone comes in for a group embrace when Tracy appears at that very moment, perhaps sensing they were discussing her. She then tells them that although she and Martin got caught in hell, she managed to work things out. Martin even assisted her in packing some of their most treasured belongings into her car after she persuaded him that Drew had no right to their property. We'll pick up the remainder today. How does Willow proceed? When Alexis gets to work, Suzanne tells her that Willow is at her office waiting for her. Alexis comes in and inquires as to Drew's whereabouts. Willow claims that although Drew is unable to move or speak other than by blinking his eyes, he is able to hear and comprehend everything around him. Since she doesn't have Drew, she needs Alexis' assistance with her impending custody hearing. Willow doesn't trust Rick because he once vanished on her, but Alexis inquires about him. She thinks that Michael, who is also seeing a criminal named Jacinda, will eventually be targeted by the PCPD. She gives her a proof folder. Drew created a dossier detailing all of her offenses, which the judge will find unflattering. Alexis feels that she is not the best person to handle this situation. Willow plays hardball by pointing out that Alexis won't be able to see Scout if she doesn't receive her kids. They do what they must for the people they love, even though she dislikes saying it. Her case is accepted by Alexis. Willow sobs because having her by her side makes her feel so much better. After Willow departs, Suzanne visits Alexis. Alexis claims that Willow just used coercion to force her to represent her, or else there would be no Scout. This time, Alexis observes, she will assist in giving the children to a lady who shot Drew in the back. Suzanne advises her to have faith in the system and keep in mind that Michael's lawyer and the judge are also involved. When Lucas and Marco meet for lunch at Bobby's, Lucas upsets Marco once more. Lucas has been considering getting them their own place. Is he unhappy in Windmere? Marco asks. Lucas claims that Windmere belongs to his father and not to them. Living there, Marco explains, has allowed him to become much closer to his father. Lucas states bluntly that Pascal makes him feel uneasy. Lucas talks about how Pascal came behind him, perhaps via a secret tunnel from the vaults, when he went down to the cellar for a bottle of wine. Lucas is once more warned by Marco to leave the tombs alone. Lucas observes that he has yelled at him over the catacombs twice now. Marco says he was scared when he was a kid and was lost in a cave. He doesn't want him to get wounded. Lucas claims to be an adult who is capable of caring for himself. Is Michael and Jacinda in love? While enduring the storm apart, Michael and Jacinda missed each other and are now eating lunch. When Christina arrives, she is happy to see her brother laughing and grinning. When Christina arrives, they strike up a conversation about Scout moving in with the Davis sisters and Molly and Cody. Christina inquires about any updates from the PCPD regarding her brother's potential charges. Michael claims he hasn't heard anything and questions Turner's desire to take on yet another unsuccessful lawsuit. They all mention in passing how Jacinda worked with Nina and gained a lot of knowledge from her. At that point, Michael receives a call from his father asking him to come home. Sonny asks Michael finds Rick at Sonny's when he gets there. Sonny clarifies that Rick will attempt to resolve the custody issue between him and Willow. Since he has sole custody, Michael believes he doesn't need to. Rick notes that Michael's circumstances have changed and that he is now a suspect in Drew's shooting. Visitation or partial custody will be granted to Willow, with the possibility of full custody. Sunny is adamant that Michael come to an agreement. At the harbor master's cabin, when Britt awakens in bed, Jason is already awake. They kiss, and she says it will be difficult to avoid him back in town, so she hopes they could stay here. He claims that it won't last long since they will release her. Jason thanks her for believing him, assures her that they are in this together, and promises not to leave her. She is aware that they must maintain their distance, but perhaps Jason won't endanger her life by following her about while they are being observed. They kiss once more after Jason assures Britt that he would assist them in figuring out her medication. After that, they leave for the mainland. A little while later, Chase wonders where Jason has been and he arrives to the queues just as everyone is getting ready to assist Tracy in bringing the antiques in. Lucas and Marco are still there when Britt enters Bobby's. Lucas observes that Britt is dressed exactly as she was the day before. Lucas believes she's doing the walk of shame, but Marco says she got caught in the storm somewhere. Jacinda and Christina are still discussing Michael, and Christina is thrilled that they provide each other joy. Willow enters at that point and makes an attempt to talk to Christina. She thanks Jacinda for everything she has done to reconnect her with her children after stating that her mother will represent her during the hearing. Willow should approach Michael if she wants a compromise because he won't compromise in the show's last moments at Sunny's. At that moment, Michael receives a call from Diane asking him to come to Turner's office so she may interrogate him about Drew's shooting. Willow informs Jacinda at Bobby's that a judge will determine that she is unfit to be around children because of her dubious past, which will guarantee her visitation or even more. Before dragging Jacinda through the mud, Christina advises Willow to concentrate on herself and her own insane behavior. Willow continues by saying that she is reconsidering who Alexis exposes Scout to because of Christina's unjustified attack. Lucas consents to deal with Pascal on the other side. Lucas pledges to keep out of the tombs when Marco requests it once more. According to Marco, they can begin considering a personal residence in May. When Britt goes back to her room upstairs, she discovers that her medications are gone from her drawer. They are not in the other drawers, despite her searching them. She flips the place upside down in a frenzy, but there are no medications. Suzanne assures Alexis at her office that she will support her during this hearing. Alexis is concerned about how long Willow can remain silent in order to obtain what she wants if Michael is jailed and she is given full custody. Emma receives a call while Chase and Jason are arguing in the Q's kitchen over the children, whom he abandoned in a snowstorm. She then spreads the word to everybody. After her grandmother claimed to have been held captive and managed to flee, an officer in France located her. According to her grandmother, she must inform everyone that Faison is still alive. On the upcoming General Hospital, Diane informs Michael that Turner just gave them a fantastic gift, and Emma asks Felicia for assistance. General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, February 3rd. Michael's interrogation causes Britt to go crazy after Willow tells Nina about blackmail. According to General Hospital teasers on Tuesday, February 3rd, Michael Corinthos will be questioned while Willow Kane will reveal her threat of blackmail to Nina Reeves. There will be a lot going on in Tuesday's thrilling episode, since Britt Westbourne will also be in a panic. Michael will be questioned about Drew Kane's shooting now that he has been summoned to the police station. Later, Diane Miller will grin and inform Michael that they have just received a huge gift from ADA Justine Turner. It appears that Diane will have faith in her ability to help Michael get out of any Drew-related predicament he finds himself in. Speaking of problems, Emma Scorpio Drake will acknowledge that Anna Devane has encountered some of her own. Fans of GH will witness Emma locate Felicia Scorpio and provide information about the recent phone call she got. Emma claimed that after disconnecting, a police officer from a tiny French village called to inform her that her grandmother had been located. On a distant road, Anna hailed down a motorist before disclosing that she had been imprisoned and managed to get out. Additionally, Anna stated that she had to alert everyone to Caesar Faison's survival. Nevertheless, it appears that the true goal is to make Anna appear insane. After Anna tells outrageous tales about Liesl Albrecht, Peter August, and eventually Faison appearing in captivity, director Ross Cullum and Jen Sidwell would expect Anna to be institutionalized. In Tuesday's broadcast, Jason Morgan will be torn. Jason will update Dante Falconeri on Anna's assertions, but he might question whether they are accurate or if she is still a victim of gaslighting. In the preview video released on Tuesday, Dante states, "You need someone you know and trust to lead you back from it." Dante seems to be thinking back on his own mental troubles and believing that Anna needs someone she can confide in to assist her escape her own downward spiral. Britt will be upset about her missing prescription at her room above Bobby's. When Britt came back, All of her vials were gone, and someone involved in the research would be stopping by shortly. Given that he was just downstairs with Lucas Jones, Marco Rios might be the one who made the comment about Britt wearing the same clothing and appearing to be completing the walk of shame. Britt will maintain that she promised to complete the task and is doing so. Marco can contend that Britt won't receive her medication until she is a full-time resident of Windmere. Britt might have to make up an excuse if people ask her where she was last night. Sonny Corinthos and Justine will continue to manipulate one another while arguing. Sonny will be told that everything is possible by Ada Turner, who will smirk and caution him against holding his breath. Willow is as desperate to help herself as Sonny is to assist Michael, and Sonny will stop at nothing to help Michael. Willow threatened to cut Scout Quartermain off from her family if Alexis Davis did not agree to act as her attorney because of this. In Tuesday's episode, Willow will confide in Nina, potentially revealing her blackmail scheme and cautioning that there is no boundary she won't break when it comes to her kids. According to General Hospital spoilers, Willow is about to go all out in her custody battle with Michael, so keep an eye out. GH spoilers: after Willow's manipulation, Jason is forced to choose between Danny and Michael. According to General Hospital spoilers, Jason Morgan will be caught between Michael Corinthos and Danny Morgan. Given Willow Kane's manipulation, it appears that Jason will have to choose a side. Willow's brutal move will occur over the week of February 2nd to 6th, causing chaos in the process. Willow is about to do something that will put relationships to the test and put a number of folks in difficult situations. Fans of GH will remember that Alexis Davis asked Scout Quartermain if she could visit Danny following Drew Kane's stroke. Willow postponed any visits under the pretense of awaiting more information regarding Drew's condition, but she did not rule out the possibility. In actuality, Willow was most likely already creating the foundation for her significant edge. Willow can now use this leverage to help her achieve her aim of reuniting with Amelia and Wiley Corinthos. If Willow doesn't have some time to spend with Amila and Wiley, she might not be open to Scout and Danny spending any time together. If Willow threatens to reveal Danny's restraining order breach, the situation can get even worse. That day at Alexis' house, Danny wasn't meant to be having fun in the winter wonderland with Scout, but that's precisely what occurred. If Willow incorporates that into her threats, she might also be able to use it to her advantage. According to General Hospital previews, Jason will battle with a broken heart in the episode airing on February 3rd. That might be due to the fact that Willow will be harming two individuals that Jason holds in high regard. Since Danny is Jason's kid, he is aware of how much Danny longs to rejoin Scout's world and misses her. Additionally, Jason is protective of Danny and won't want him to face legal repercussions for breaking the restraining order. Jason, on the other hand, would detest Willow using all of the Danny turmoil against him because he loves Michael like family. A part of Jason may be keen to make things right for Danny, but another part of him won't want Michael to give in to Willow's demands about the children. Keep checking back for updates on Jason's viewpoint and any shocking revelations that may arise from Willow's activities, as she can push him into a very bad situation. James Patrick Stewart of GH recalls collaborating with Catherine O'Hara. James Patrick Stewart recalled meeting Catherine O'Hara about 20 years ago with fondness. James Patrick Stewart, star of General Hospital, talked about his interaction with actress Catherine O'Hara, who died on January 30th. Important takeaways: Catherine O'Hara was recognized by James Patrick Stewart. In the late 2000s, Stewart remembered collaborating with O'Hara on a pilot. Stewart was cast as Valentine on GH after that. According to the current plot, Valentine is back in Port Charles. James Patrick Stewart remembers Catherine O'Hara. The news of Hollywood icon Catherine O'Hara's passing stunned both cinema and television viewers. Her stellar career included parts in classic films like Beetlejuice and the Home Alone series. She starred in Schitt's Creek for its whole run, but she was also a TV actress. James Patrick Stewart, star of General Hospital, joined in the celebration of the actress by talking about his time spent working with her on a pilot almost 20 years ago. He described how, in the late 2000s, she consoled him while they were filming a pilot. When Stewart talked candidly about turning 40 in Hollywood, O'Hara echoed his sentiments. The soap opera actress admitted that after that fortuitous encounter during the pilot's filming, some of their most memorable moments occurred. "That day I was fearful. In a way only another actor could understand," Stewart wrote in part. Catherine kindly listened and provided consolation. "I will always cherish that moment under pure grace." 10 years as Valentine. Cassadine Stewart was cast as Valentine on GH following his meeting with O'Hara. He has been in that capacity for 10 years. While Stewart focused on other ventures, Valentine came and went, but now that he is back in Port Charles, he has formed an unusual alliance. They are deeply involved, yet no one could have predicted Carly and him working together. When he took the fall and landed up in Steinmauer after being on the run, it was evident how he felt about the WSB and Brennan. The drama has intensified since he returned to Port Charles and is now hiding in Carly's attic. Stewart has had excellent material to work with over the years, but his collaboration with Anna has been a crowd favorite. Viewers may sympathize with their connection and love tale despite his web of lies. It was startling to discover that Anna was being stalked by his daughter Charlotte, which caused her to be shot and strained their relationship. There is hope that Valentine will be able to escape Carly's attic and avoid Brennan's wrath with sweeps approaching. He deserves to be with Charlotte again for a long time, at the very least. Coming and going in soap opera, adored family, despised villains return. On soap operas, beloved family members and despised villains make a comeback. The Bold and the Beautiful, Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, The Young and the Restless, and Beyond the Gates are the 5 daytime drama's most recent casting announcements. Key takeaways: investigations, reunions, and emotional fallout were sparked by the reappearance of well-known villains and legacy characters in Days, GH, and YNR. While several guest arcs continued or concluded on BNB and GH, Abby and Devon remained central on YNR as the hunt for Dominic grew more intense. 6 YNR characters are scheduled to make an appearance on Beyond the Gates later this summer, marking a significant crossover. The week of February 2nd, 2026, discover whether any of your favorite actors and actresses from the past are making a comeback to the shows you watch, whether any rookies have been cast in contract, recurring, or day player roles, or whether any well-known performers are set to depart. Louis Sorrell is returning to her guest role as the intimidating Vivian Alamain on Days of Our Lives. On Tuesday, February 3rd, the evil villain is put under scrutiny. For 3 episodes, Sorrell will return. Discover the actress's favorite memory from her time on the soap opera. As the cunning Dimitri von Leuschner, Peter Port makes a comeback. On Tuesday, February 3rd, he speaks with Greg Ricart while Dimitri challenges Leo to yield. Eli Grant, played by Lamont Archie, is back. On Tuesday, February 3rd, the former Salem police officer assists Rafe in questioning Vivian, and on Wednesday, February 4th, he learns more facts. Here's a glimpse of Archie enjoying himself behind the scenes at the soap opera. Leanne Hunley and Theo Penglis reprise their roles as Tony and Anna DiMera. On Friday, February 6th, the pair is present to honor the late Stefano. Once more, Stacey Haydock plays the eccentric Susan Banks. On Tuesday, February 3rd, she will air. As Liam Selejko, Hank Northrup has more on-screen time. The figure appears in scenes with James Reynolds' Abe on Wednesday, February 4th, and Gehring's Rafe on Monday, February 2nd. Northrup, the real-life son of General Hospital's Lynn Herring and former Days star Wayne Northrup, claims that his job on the soap opera serves as the best training ground for actors. Reappearing as the unchangeable Rachel Black is Alice Halsey. On Thursday, February 5th, she engages with Eric Martsolf's Brady, Leo Howard's Tate, and Rachel Boyd's Sophia. On Thursday, February 5th, Kim Hawthorne plays Rachel's physician, Dr. Gregory. She appears in moments with Ashley Puzimis, Holly, and Boyd. After being missing in action as Rick Lansing, General Hospital casting has brought Rick Hurst back to the show. On Monday, February 2nd, watch for the lawyer to share scenes with Sonny, played by Maurice Bernard. Recently, Hurst talked about his character's eagerly anticipated reunion with his estranged brother. Diane Miller, played by Carolyn Hennessy, is back. The lawyer expresses her suspicions on February 3rd, a Tuesday. Since fracturing her leg last year, Hennessy has been recovering and keeping her followers informed. On Friday, February 6th, Paige Herschel plays Jacinda, who catches up with Christina. Herschel has talked candidly about how much her time on the soap opera has meant to her. As Ross Cullum, Andrew Hawkes has returned. The cunning figure has been plotting with Carlos Rota Sidwell and is Jack's WSB superior. Casting for The Young and the Restless, Ray Wise reprises his role as Ian Ward, a visitor on YNR. On Monday, February 2nd, the former cult leader gets Mariah from Cameron Grimes into further difficulty. Grimes talked about her experience collaborating with the seasoned actor. As Detective Burrow, Matt Cohen makes a comeback. On Thursday, February 5th, the LA police officer exchanges scenes with Brighton James Devon, Sharon Case's Sharon, and others. Following runs on GH and Supernatural, Cohen-joined YNR. Melissa Ordway, who plays Abby Newman Winters, receives a lot of airtime. On Monday, February 2nd, and throughout the week the actress, whose contract was terminated in 2025, appears as Abby and Devon look for Dominic. Abby and Devon's kid, Dominic Winters, is played by Ethan Ray Clarke. On Monday, February 2nd, the youngster appears in scenes with Grimes's Mariah and Ward's Ian. Returning as Tessa Porter is Kate Fairbanks. On Tuesday, January 3rd, she has a moving chat with Case's Sharon, which airs on Thursday, February 5th. Ashley Brewer, who plays Electra's meddling Aunt Ivy Forrester on BNB on The Bold and the Beautiful, is stirring things up. On Monday, February 2nd, and Tuesday, February 3rd, she will be on television. Ariel D. King played Harmony, Spencer Pratt played Rich, Jim J. Bullock played Bruno, and Morgan Fairchild finished her part as Dottie. The trio traveled to San Francisco for business with Steffi and Electra. Beyond the Gates, another CBS soap opera crossover is under development. This summer, BTG's Fairmont Crest will host 6 stars from The Young and the Restless. Specifically, Michael Mealer's Kyle, Susan Walters' Diane, Brighton James Devon, Melissa Ordway's Abby, Eric Braden's Victor, and Peter Bergman's Jack. June is when the episodes are scheduled to premiere. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel without missing any update.